And now I'm on another trail. This was actually quite a ways down the hillside from where I was up there, and I can see that there's some kind of earthworks over there. A creek is going through. There's a little tunnel in the middle of that wall, and a little tiny creek is going through it, and it goes down in, and down this way is where the pond and the smokestack are, and you can see another corrugated iron building there. Also, all in this area, being that it was a powder mill, I'm sure they had to grind up coal. There's plenty of this stuff lying around, so you know, if you want to get some hunks of coal, just come on up here and do some exploring. You'll uncover some. I mean, it's not obvious everywhere, but I mean, it's like you'll find it here and there and everywhere. Yeah, so I don't know where that trail goes. Maybe that one goes up to White Rocks, because that's about the general direction that White Rocks is in. Like I said, this is just around the corner from my house. It's only, I think, 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. It's between Fairchance and Hopwood. And here's another, there's that little shack, and here's another something here that used to be probably a building too, but I don't know, it's pretty dilapidated. I don't want to step on any of this club moss here. Yeah, but it's definitely something was here. And there's, like I said, it's hard to spot a lot of this stuff because it's just half buried, and it's been, I think it's been like 225 years or something like that since it blew up. Because I think it was like around 1810 or in the first decade of the 1800s. I'll have to do the research whenever I get in there and get home, and I'll have to find out. Oh, looks like a nice little, what is that, a chestnut oak or an aspen? What is that? I'm not aspen. It wouldn't definitely be an aspen. What was I thinking? See, it's amazing to me how well preserved some of these structures actually are. I mean, and how they built them back in the day. You can see all these slats here make the roof. And if this thing is 200 years old, then like I said, it's done a mighty fine job of staying up there. Let's see if there's any eggs in this robin's nest. Nope, doesn't look like it. But, yeah, there's, like I said, if you like just getting out and exploring, then this is definitely a good place to do it. And it's like very well, like one of the best kept secrets in the area, because you just never know what you're going to find. Like this metal thing sticking up here. I have no idea what this thing is, but it has some writing on it. I don't know what the writing says, but engraved actually. Oh yeah, like I said, it's just a neat little area to explore. Right up the hill from Little White Rocks Church, and just tons of stuff to see up here. You just have to take the time to really explore and find it. So, because every little deep little crevice like this might hide something like this wall right here. And every time I come up here, I find more and more building fragments that I didn't know were here. Foundations, and there was a big foundation, like a storeroom or something, lower down the hill in the hollow area. We got little fiddleheads here. If I wanted to snack on those, I could eat those. Like I said, just a very interesting area. Beach. I think those are beech trees. I didn't bring any of my books today to identify, and I'm used to the western forest, so I'm still learning about all the stuff here. Now see, just walking down this trail, you've been with me this whole time. I haven't shut the camera off yet, but you can see there's more building fragments all up and through there. Collapsed buildings. Still have some of the wood. A lot of oak seedlings this spring, I noticed too. I've been walking past a whole bunch of them. I don't know where this trail goes. I walked off the trail, and now I'm onto another trail with a little ditch going down the middle of it. Looks like someone tried to drive up here. And there's another structure here in front of me. So, now generally I like coming in the fall more, because the colors are so much nicer and everything, but I do love spring best. Yeah, there's more concrete framework from the foundation. I mean, I've already walked, probably a mile and a half, you know, up and down the hillsides up here. So, like I said, it's going to take a while to explore this area adequately. I had McDonald's for breakfast to give me some energy, and it's like, ooh, keeps backing up on me a little bit. So, sorry about the interruptions there. Ooh, don't want to get in this mud. It's kind of nice because there's a lot of these vernal pools this time of year, and you'll see all kinds of polywogs and frogs and salamanders and all kinds of stuff floating around in these ponds. But like I said, another building, and I can see them off to the left here. There's one way in the distance there, and I don't know if you can even see them in the camera until I get right on top of them. There's another nice little brick building that's fairly intact. Again, I don't know what any of this stuff was really used for, but like I said, keep in mind, once all this fills out, once all this green stuff starts growing up, it's going to be a lot harder to see any of this stuff. I came up specifically this time of year so that I could spot more of the buildings. And it probably would have been better if I would have got here last week. Yeah, it's a nicely intact building. It's funny, there's not much graffiti like I thought there would be. Just goes to show you how, you know, little known this place is. There's another foundation up there on that little hill, and another one over there. There's something else over here too. I think that's probably the big storage, the big like warehouse storage thing I was talking about. Old barrel with a wooden bottom even. Wow. Some of the stuff you see up here. Ah, yes. And you can't see it through the trees very well right now, but there's the smokestack right in front of me. So we're walking down the trail to the smokestack. It's probably, like I said, the grandest structure out of everything here, but you can see there. There, I mean, that thing's pretty high too. That's got to be, oh my gosh, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, at least 80 feet high, probably closer to 100. And if you, I don't know, you can't see it from here, but there's actually a tree growing out of the top of the thing. Off to the left over here, there's more buildings. And it's kind of actually hard to spot the foundations and structures and stuff. I know I've said that a million times already, so pardon me for repeating myself. But yep, a lot of cool history in this area throughout all of Pennsylvania, actually, of course. Yeah, so you can see there's all the building foundation and stuff, and here's the we'll get around the other side where we got a better view of the smokestack. Well, first let's go over here. I'll take you to this side of the pond. Because the pond is just right down here, and it's actually got some fish in it. There's some deer tracks again, but a couple more collapsed buildings. But here's the pond coming into view now. It's not a big pond, but I mean, it's got some bluegill, and I'd imagine maybe some bass in it or something. Now, I planted pawpaws all around this area here since it's close to a water source, and have to come back this fall, plant some more, and see if what I planted last year sprouted. Yeah, but it's I guess it's close to an acre, this little pond, so, and it gets chock full of weeds and stuff. It's pretty clear now, but yeah, you can see the weeds out in the middle there already started. Now, I've come up here and seen all kinds of waterfowl before too, so yeah, I think it's not quite an acre, maybe right around an acre. But I know there's fish in here. I've seen them swimming around. I would imagine that there's not a whole bunch of them, but Yeah, I think I've definitely seen little bluegill, or maybe green sunfish or whatever, some kind of panfish. But I think I've also seen a bass or two in here, the smaller ones. So that's the campground on the other side, in that little area right in front of me that I'm showing you. So let's go over there and look at the smokestack, because it's right in front of us now. But like I said, over the last 200 years, the forest has grown up, and oh, what I really love too are all the flowering dogwoods this time of year. I don't know if you could see that through there, but they're all over the place up here, and they're just gorgeous in spring. Of course, they're only the white ones up here. The pink ones, I think, are more ornamental or something, and you have to buy those, but I don't think they occur naturally. Not in our area, at least. So there you can see a little bit more of the smokestack. Yeah. It's just amazing to me how very few people know about this area. Oh, there's a real nice view of it. Like I said, it's pretty much still intact. The top has crumbled a bit up there, but the base is really solid, and it'll probably stand for another 200 years at least. I mean, the bricks at the top will probably crumble over the years, every year, with ice freezing and, you know, all that stuff. But I thought I saw some ramps, but I was wrong. Some other plant I'm not familiar with. So much biodiversity back here, it's kind of hard to keep track of all the things I've learned. All right, this is probably the best view of the smokestack, and like I said, you can see that tree or that shrub at the top growing out of it. It's been there every year, sprouts every year, and got another one right up there where the brick meets the stone. There's another tree growing out of a crack there. Just like that amazes me what nature can do, you know. One little seed falls in the tiniest crack. Don't know where it gets its nutrients and stuff from, but I don't know. They tend to grow part of a pipe there. And this is going across the pond. No, not to England, but going across the pond where the creek comes out of. I think, I don't know, maybe it's not attached, but I'm pretty sure it has to be. Yeah, but oh my, nice big vernal pool. Sure, there's all kinds of frog eggs and everything in there now. Pond again to the left. I haven't seen any frogs jumping, so usually you do. Oh, there was a fish right there. I just don't know what kind it was. He darted off just before I could get him in the camera. Yeah. Like I said, the Rand powder mill ruins. If anyone's interested, want to come out and check it all out for yourself. I think you'd see some fish right in here, but nope. Yeah, this thing usually is half covered with weeds, like not lily pads. I don't think I've ever seen any lily pads, but I've definitely seen some other kind of little drainage section. There's a building through there which is halfway intact, but now on this end of the pond, see, we were on the other end over there on the other side, but over here I planted pawpaws all in here, and this is the campsite right here. I guess it's kind of an official campsite. Yep. It's got a fire ring and everything here, but I planted all kinds of stuff. You know, we've got some May apples. Oh, this one's got a fruit or a flower on it. Yeah, how cool. I'll have to come up here, maybe get to try my first May apple when they get ripe. Now, May apples are something I would not suggest you eating, because the plant itself and the fruit, when it's not ripe, every part of it is actually toxic until that fruit gets ripe. But I always wanted to just try one, so, you know, I don't think I'll make a habit of eating them, because I kind of shy away from anything that has any kind of toxins in them, like pokeweed. I don't mess with that stuff. But yeah, see, there's the fire ring. Like I said, official campground here. There's a sign somewhere, I can't remember, but someone was even fishing right here. I can see their little, they got their little fork there. I find bobbers in the trees and everything hanging out here. So it's actually fairly deep for such a small pond. I mean, I'm looking down at the water right here, and only 6 feet from shore. It's got to be 4 feet deep at least, and it just keeps going down to where I can't even see it. So there you go. Right across there, you probably can't see it, but there's the tower, or the smokestack. And unless there's anything interesting on the way back, I'm just gonna wrap it up. That's gonna pretty much be it. So just thought I'd show you the area. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more buildings and things that I haven't shown you, or I haven't seen myself. So like I said, if you come up and explore it for yourself, then maybe you'll find some things that I didn't even know about. I mean, like I said, I'm sure there's plenty more up here. So well, hope you enjoyed the little tour. Hope it gave you a little more of appreciation for the history of the area, the hidden and often forgotten history. So that's all for today, I guess, then. All right, God bless everybody and have a great day. Okay, just one little thing on the way back that I wanted to mention, that original first fork, if I took the left trail, well, if you take the right trail there, it goes directly to the smokestack, and it's just a very short little jaunt from there. I had just always come down from the mountain before, because I took another path. I took the path up by High 2 up to White Rocks and then cut across. So like I said, I'm still exploring these trails, but hey, you know, it like I said, with as many trails, these trails just honeycomb this entire hillside. I mean, all over the place. You never know which branch you could get lost. There's even a grotto up there by White Rocks where it's a nice little shelter on a rainy day, but you have to get up a little 8 to 10 foot cliffside, which someone put a ladder there. But it's neat because it's barely standing room only. The rock's right over your head, but it's a nice little cave grotto kind of area that you can get out of the weather with. And just all kinds. And White Rocks itself, I'll have to make that another video because I don't really feel like crossing over there. But just wanted to say that when you get to the first fork on the trail from the parking lot, go right, you get to the smokestack. Go left, it starts going up the hill, and you can see some buildings up there as well. And like I said, who knows what else is up here. I know that even before this fork, there's a couple of old building remnants that I didn't see this time because of the overgrowth, but I know they're down there. So, all right, take care. Bye.